Top Thai dramas of 2020.
This romantic comedy is a story about a man who is forced to marry someone he is not attracted to at all. Muay has a crush on Tian, who is the son of her adoptive mother. But Tian never seems to love Muay. Instead, he always teases her, messes with her, and sometimes bullies her. Muay never got angry or responded to Tian when she got bullied because she loved him too much. Tian will get involved with the wife of a mafia man. His life will be threatened. In order to avoid involvement with them, he will reluctantly marry Muay as per his mother's instruction. However, Tian never looked at Muay as his life partner, as he wanted a perfect woman as his wife. After marriage, Muay will protect Tian. She will start flirting with him to irritate him. As the story proceeds, a love triangle will be formed between Tian, Muay and her colleague. We will be able to see a jealous Tian in second half of the story. As Muay plans to leave Tian since she feels he does not love her, Tian stops and imprisons her. He will claim his right as an husband on her. This drama is a perfect blend of all elements required for entertainment. Palai, the heiress of a billionaire family, lost everything after her parents' death in a car accident, which she later finds out is a conspiracy by her aunt. She plans to regain everything that she has lost and take revenge on her aunt. Her revenge starts with marrying a businessman whom her cousin likes. She blackmails him to marry her with confidential documents that shows his father's bad deeds. As the time passes, eventually they end up falling in love. She started seeing value in his love and learns how to forgive. Lisa is a rich, spoiled girl who returned from her studies in England to find her parents were in debt. She plans to work to repay the debt, but Don's mother will help her. Don is the grandson of a very famous farm owner. When Don's grandfather died, he conditionally named Don as his successor. To receive the farm, Don has to marry and have a child within a year. Otherwise the farm would be awarded to his cousin brother. Don's mother loved Lisa like a daughter, so she pushed them towards marriage. At first, both of them rejected the marriage. Then Don's mother announced that she was going to die soon, so Lisa accepted as a sign of gratitude. Since Don and Lisa don't love each other, they agreed to pretend to be married for 6 months. However, despite their differing lifestyles, nothing could stop destiny. Pitcher is confident, modern, and outgoing CEO. Unfortunately, her playboy husband does not share her integrity. For a long time, she hoped he would become a good and loyal husband. But when she realized that he was unlikely to change, she pursues a divorce. This decision leads Pitcher to Ramin, a lawyer, and her childhood friend. While Ramin is helping Pitcher get a divorce, their old flames of love will reignite. Lada is a pretty high school student who is very close with her father. On the day of her school sports fest, her father, who was on his way to watch her, collides with Tan's car and passes away. Tan is a rich widower with a daughter and lives with his brother Tai. He promises Lada's father to take care of Lada before he passes away. Lada's stepmother Saithong was scheming to use Lada as payment for the debts she owes to a man who runs gambling dens. In order to protect her, Tan will offer to marry her. But Lada will misunderstand him and will scheme with her stepmother to extract money from him. As they live together, they will get close and eventually falls in love. This drama is about a young businessman, Paul, who plans to get back Crown Diamond, the company once owned by his mother. He is determined to take revenge and retrieve everything from the father, who abandoned him and his mother, to live with his new wife, Netsalau, and the adopted daughter, Nainaka. First he charms his stepmother with looks and sweet talks, and gains her trust. Nainafa, who is constantly abused by her stepmother, will become suspicious of Paul. She tries all sorts of tricks to catch him, but fails. Meanwhile, Paul discovers his stepmother's secret lover as Sinkorn, a trusted employee of his father. He plans to pull out the mask of his stepmother. However, his empathy and intimacy with Nainafa will put all his plans at stake. Wayree and Tan are a perfect couple, but they have no children, so they decided to adopt a boy and a girl. The couple separated after Tan cheats on her with Wichuda. The siblings get separated not long after they get adopted due to what happened to their parents. Wayree becomes a successful businesswoman, but is abusive to her daughter and manipulative to men. The adopted siblings still had contact with each other, and Wayree does not allow her daughter to be associated with her ex-husband and her family, including her son. She then arranges Fah to be married to Ben, a good-looking man who is a playboy. Ben does not like Fah, but entered the arranged marriage due to his family's financial problems. He becomes his mother-in-law's secret lover, but eventually finds out how Wayree treats her daughter. He takes pity on Fah and starts to care for her. This will make Wayree jealous, and she vents her anger on Fah. Later, Fah learns Ben's relationship with Wayree and leaves him. Rosita gets into a car accident and suddenly gets a talent where she sees the future when she touches a rose. She becomes a famous fortune teller. One day, she makes a prediction that Tirut, a famous actor, will get involved with a pregnant woman. This prediction gets Tirut into trouble. Both of them will get into an argument and their relationship will be strained. A few years later, on a charity event, Rosita tries to read the future of 5 celebrities including Tirut. After that day, something strange happens to her. She is attacked by someone, and the suspect is one of the 5 celebrities whose fortunes she had read. The biggest suspect is Tirut, who had always been her opponent. But one day, he coincidentally saves her from the criminal and also offers to let her live with him, as it is the safest place for her since everyone thinks that they are opponents. Their relationship improves, little by little from that day, through many dangerous situations, as they tries to find the real criminal who wants to kill Rosita. Paramita is the only heiress of the famous Emporium real estate mogul. Before going overseas to further her studies, she will be drugged by her friend to sleep with an unknown man who is a playboy. She gets pregnant and gives birth in America. 4 years later, she comes back with her twin children, but she tells everyone that they are her cousins, adopted by her aunt. She then meets Purin, the man who caused her misery, and decides to help her father in business, as he works for their rival. Purin is unaware of her hatred as well as him being a father. He repents his mistake and wants her back. But Pramida will not easily believe him. Later, Purin will prove his loyalty to her and they will start getting close. After losing her parents, Pain has to go live at Thith's house. She is a spoiled child and will displease everyone initially. However, Thith will treat her kindly as his sister, but Pain will start to like him. Thith likes his classmate but couldn't gather courage to confess to her. As time goes by, Pain will become obsessive of Thith, and one day she will falsely accuse him of being her husband. Thith gets angry as no one trusts him and leaves the house. He will get into a car accident which will nearly cost his life. He ends up hating Pain to the bones, and she will be exiled far from home for 4 years. Now Pain is a new person and repents her mistake. She does not want to come back, but to keep her promise to her uncle, she decides to stay at the farm for 1 year. Thith and others still dislike her. They will give her all sorts of hardship, but she will endure for Thith's forgiveness. Eventually Thith's hatred will turn into love, but his mother will chase her away.